What's up, everybody? This is the Reluctant Nabi back again. And today we're going to break down why most working, financially stable Afro men don't care about Black women divesting anywhere. All right. But we will also discuss why the grass isn't greener on the other side for them as they may try. And we're going to discuss tactics that they are using to try to sabotage the very men that they didn't want in the first place. Keep in mind that a lot of us are leaving Black women alone because we're tired of competing with them. We're tired of the lack of respect. And we're tired of how they respect those that do wickedness, like destroy the community over those who actually build the community. They call them stuff like lame. They have the less patience with them. They are the most thrown away. All right. And so we are in a state right now as Afro men that even when we get into a relationship, our guard is up, not against the women, but more so up for our own safety. All right. And I would say it like this. I found someone, but if something was to happen, I'd be done. I found a Black woman in the United States, but if something was to just go left, you know, and here's the thing, men are more loyal. So I would wait for her to just win out and I'd be done. Right. And so I keep options open because I know they have options open. They'll tell you a secret that they're loyal to you. But sometimes they might be, sometimes not. But in the beginning, trust me, they have options, and we got to be aware of that. And so basically, it's just that Black women are more likely to act on their options than men are. We wait for stuff to actually go wrong. We wait to understand that we're not really wanted, and then we out. But if that were to happen, I'd be out and I'd be looking at some of these places like this. And I was honest about that right up. All right. So let's break down what's really going on. But first, let me greet everybody. Hardu Gudal, Ola Oita Bang, Vasas Los Bonjamis me, Kedabawani Konichiwa, Nihani Ama, Sani Bonani, John Barabagani, Assalamu alaikum and Shalom. Let me remind you, let's get those thumbs up, like, share, subscribe. When you subscribe, click the notification link. My PayPal, me, and Cash App will be in the description box, along with my email and my TikTok, for as long as that's going to be up. All right, so let's start off like this. For a while, you had Black women following this woman and a couple of others who've been attacking good men. Oh, she's been laying down. Keep this in mind. Cynthia G laid down and made a baby with a man that she knew had 5 baby mamas and had children from those 5 women. She knew this. And then she laid down with him and parted her feet for that man. All the while trashing the good Afro man or trying to make you think that the problem is that these men are surprising Black women. No, they're not. They know exactly who they're laying down with, right? Some lay down with them to try to control them. So some Black women meet good Afro men, and so they get into a relationship on false pretense, and they're getting into that relationship to seek control because they want security, right? That might not be the man that she wants to be with, but he is secure. He may seem to have what she wants, but she's not going to be happy with that. All right. Some just like to do what they want to do. All right. And so brothers see this. Brothers see the attack. And so they're like, you know what? We don't have time for this. We out. And so the brothers are leaving this alone. Now, they're going to spots, but brothers are going in different kind of ways. One of the spots, Thailand. All right. Thailand is a spot for obvious reasons. Well, the beauty of the women. And the beauty is manifested from the inside out. And so the men that are more likely to leave black women alone, start traveling, are the ones that are looking for good quality in women, in any woman. And so for good quality, they don't fall into the narrative that the system has them or trying to make for them, that they should get a heavy-set, overweight woman with a big booty. And that's going to be your standard of beauty for Afro men. No, these are the brothers that saying, F that. We're going to choose our own standard of beauty, and it's going to start inside and manifest outside. In other words, they're going to look for feminine. All right? And those that have a habit of exuding a feminine nature who serves a man, that's a woman that a man will sacrifice for. All right. And brothers are finding out that they are very, very popular in these places. So popular. All right. So here's another problem as we look at another part, and that's going to be Colombia. Now, here's the issue here with Colombia. You got a lot of black women that are trying to follow these passport brothers to certain places like Colombia and Brazil to throw salt in the game. But it's not working, and it's not going to work for these reasons. And the other thing is they're saying, well, we're going to divest. All right. And so here we get into the divestment thing. We're going to divest, and we're going to go and get these women of other races, but they're not wanted in the United States. They're the least desired in the United States. So they're saying, nobody knows us overseas, so we're going to go overseas and get them men. But surprise, surprise, they're the least desired overseas for a couple of reasons. All right. One, peep this. They lack this kind of femininity.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is the refugetemplenabi back again, showing you that the femininity and family unity in Colombia is real. And this is the problem that the BAW is having. They can't compete. They cannot compete with this, right? When you look around here, all right, when you look around here and you look at the nature of the women running around here, they can't compete with this. And see, because this comes without a fight. All right, this comes without fights, without struggles, with women that's going to hug you. And you see brother having a time here, you know what I mean? People are enjoying themselves, a quite friendly nature here. Quite friendly nature here, right? And so basically when you look here, you got family, you got and it's a beautiful thing to see. And so when we talk about culture, this is what we're talking about. All right. Brothers are leaving, they ain't coming back. Okay? Brothers are leaving, and they're not coming back. All right? You have some coming in and out. But when I say the brothers that are leaving, I'm not talking about people misunderstand the passport dues, and I think some of the females are picking it up. The passport dues are the dues that's leaving the U.S. for a better life, and they're looking for wife material or long-term relationship material, right? And these are the things that the BAW can't compete with, right? The dudes that's coming to places like Colombia and Brazil, this is basically what is on our agenda, all right? The dudes that's coming to Colombia and Brazil, that is their agenda, okay? When you see the fineness, the beauty, and you understand that even as an Afro man, if you have a child with one of these women, you're going to be able to raise the child. They can't compete with that. They literally.
And so this was in Colombia, right? And what I noticed is there was a lot of brothers with women, and basically you lead the women there, like in the salsa. You lead the women, and they don't mind being led. Some black women may say they don't mind being led, but as soon as you get into the relationship, the fights start because she's going to compete with you. She's going to disrespect you. She's not. She's going to not like almost anything you do, right? And that don't hurt you because that lets the brother know that he's not going to be welcome, right? So it don't hurt him, but it may damage her in ways that she cannot foresee. All right. And this mentality was created by this woman here, Cynthia G, and women like her. It's a feminist mentality that took away the black woman's femininity. The other thing, the beauty um, and the nature of things, right? And so brothers started going and getting back to nature and going to places where you could just take a trip and just do this, see this. You see what I mean? And so
Ay, pega, sí, Felipe. Papá te la acerca y te pega con la... Ay, no me dio miedo.
Hasta que te pellizque, duro. Hasta que te picotee.
Papá me pegó. Yo no sabía que tu pájaro pegaba. Pero ella fue la que se puso al lado. Ella me dio mi espacio. Ponle la mano tú a
Hay que querer galletas, ya hay que querer galletas.
No trajimos nada para darle. No trajimos nada.
So this is a bird aviary.
Woo, missed it.
Almost missed it. I thought I missed it.
Jeez.
I thought I missed it, but I caught it. I always wanted to see
Ay,
them
papá, mira
fly.
qué lindo.
Mm-hmm.
I always wanted to see a peacock fly. All right, so we're seeing and experiencing these things. Now let's point out the last problem. The last problem is this. The reason why this doesn't work for black women, because they're not men. And even though they think they could do everything a man can do, when we go to these other countries, like this is Barbados and the islands, and I think the other woman is from Brazil, right? When we go to other countries, there are melanated women there already, right? So now you got the feminists that nobody wants in their country. They don't want that feministic stuff in that country. Look at what happened overseas with that Muslim lady that decided to be a feminist, right? And is starting a war within their country, right? And what are they fighting for? A lot of people are being destroyed, and it's starting a war is because the American way is and they're feminists. The feminists are destabilizing the entire world. All right, and this is not just blown up. If you look, feminism, the feminists are destabilizing the entire world because they have turned over the nature of things, the natural order, all right, which means that women will no longer be protected by men. Because if you could be a man, the men are not only are they not going to protect you, but now they're going to see you as men, and when you confront them, they're going to confront you back as a man. See, you're not going to get it both ways. You're not going to have your cake and eat it too. All right, so that's one problem. The other problem is the language barrier. So black women in her feminist attitude that no one wants in their country is going to go and try to upset the apple cart, right? However, these women are speaking their native language, and everybody chooses their man first, and men in these other countries will choose their women first. They're outnumbered, so brothers can feel welcome by going there and picking, right? But you bringing your money over to these countries will get you used as a black woman. You'll be seen and appreciated as an Afro man because you're falling into the role that they are looking for in a man. But no man is looking for, I don't need no man B that's coming in there to floss their money over them. They'll use that woman. But then again, the other thing is the more women are overseas are more attractive than the women in the United States. And that's because most of the women overseas are maintaining their natural selves. They're not getting BBLs. They're not getting implants. They're not wearing eyelashes that cover for banana tree leaves that you can catch monkeys with. All right. No, they're not getting any of that stuff. And so they're losing and losing badly. All right. The other thing is they go over there and they're no longer protected, right? Because the men of your country normally would protect you, but you don't need them. You decided you're going to fight them instead. All right. So the black woman is unprotected as well. All right. And so what's happening is How can they compete with this when they don't know the language? All right. How are they going to communicate with a man who's going to be like the Afro man used to be before they started being raised by the single mother in these other countries? The men are not going to want them because they're not going to be culturally viable for them in the same way that an Afro man will, that falls under the gender roles, as you say, fall under the role of as to a man being a provider. A woman is not supposed to be a provider and a ruler of the house, and those men won't have that. All right, so they're going to stick to those women. But here's the thing: the Afro men that got the passports that are able to leave are also going to stick to those women or women outside of the ones in America, because we're tired of fighting, y'all. All right, so what's going on basically is this: women, black women, have chosen this as their role model, and the brothers are like, no, we're not having it anymore, period. And so we're letting them, the Hotep simps, the woman is God pimps, and we're letting them, all of them, hit that wall. And the black woman is either going to die alone or die unhappy with a dude that they don't want, while the single man who chooses to live alone is going to be able to travel and get all his needs met from women in other countries. How's that for poetic justice? With that said, I'm out.